I left off in part number 3 with the discovery of lightning. This fire from heaven is the cornerstone of Satan's quest. Just think of this. There is almost no science and technology that exists in the earth today that does not require electricity, either to create things, or to make them work. No. You may not see this. That's okay. But because of electricity, the rest of Satan's plan comes into action. Matthew 24 is a good place to start understanding this. In Matthew 24 verses 15 to 16 it says that when you see the abomination that makes desolate, spoken of by Daniel the prophet, flee unto the mountains. Both Daniel 11 verse 31 and Daniel 12 verse 11 also refer to the abomination that makes desolate. If you have access to Strong's Concordance, you'll understand what I mean when I put in Strong's numbers. Abomination. According to the Strong's number, H8251, is that which is disgusting, detestable, filthy, or idolatrous. And the word desolation is H8074, and means to make stunned, stupefied, and to grow numb, and also despoils, and makes waste. It makes a person desolate and empty. You may not think these terms are so very important, but later, as we get further into the symbolism of Revelation, you might have a different opinion. Now, back to Matthew 24. Verse 15 says, when you see the abomination of desolation. And it also says, whoever reads, let him understand. If you look at the last part of verse 15, it says, whoever reads, let him understand. This means that the understanding is not literal, but spiritual. The abomination of desolation is not physically seen, but it is seen when you recognize the symbolism of it. And to understand it, you have to be led of the Holy Spirit. God has to give you insight. There are many parables that Jesus taught, and the prophetical books are filled with symbolic terms that God can reveal to those who pray for understanding. So, what is the abomination that makes a person become stunned, stupefied, and to grow numb? It is Satan's mouth. Revelation 13 verse 11 is where we find that the second beast rises up out of the earth. And it is this second beast that is the false prophet, causing Satan's doctrine to be spread out through the earth. You can see the connection of the second beast with the term false prophet in Revelation 16 verse 13, Revelation 19 verse 20, and Revelation 20 verse 10. The second beast is the false prophet, because this second beast is Satan's mouth. Notice that this second beast, the false prophet, is what causes the work of Satan to be brought forth in the earth. However, what the false prophet does is to work through people on earth. This is how the lies of Satan cause the development of evil, by manipulating people to create the things that he wants them to have, in order to pull them away from God. Specifically, Satan wants to cause the people of earth to worship him instead of worshiping God. In order to do this, he has to offer us something different than the spiritual things God offers. The things he offers are the things of the flesh. They are the lust of the flesh, the lust of the eye, and the pride of life. He does this by the image of the beast. As I've said before, the beast nature is what makes humans selfish. It makes them want to lift up themselves, to exalt themselves in the earth, instead of exalting God. Satan's purpose is to convince people that the physical things of earth are better than the heavenly things of God. This image of the beast is Satan's best tool for causing the people of earth to concentrate on themselves, instead of concentrating on God. So let's break this down into simple terms. The beast nature is that nature of the animals of this world. The nature of animals is self-centered. It is the selfish perspective. It is the total opposite of God's love. God's love is a giving of self for the sake of others. The beast nature is the total taking of everything for the sake of self. And because Satan is attempting to unseat God and to take the place of God, Satan has offered the beast nature in the form of an image. It is the image of the beast. And the second beast of Revelation 13 verse 11 has convinced the people of earth to create this image. And this image of the beast is what destroys faith in God and causes the people of earth to concentrate on selfishness. And not only to concentrate on themselves instead of on God, but to teach the people of earth how to feed their fleshly man instead of their spiritual man. The second beast of Revelation, Revelation 13 verse 11, causes the people of earth to create the image of the beast. You can find this in Revelation 13 verse 14. And the reason that the people of earth have to create it is because Satan cannot create the physical things of earth by himself. Because he is a spirit and not physical, he has to work through humans. He has to put the thoughts into people's minds. And he does this by the false prophet, which is his mouth. So Satan's mouth, the false prophet, has put those thoughts into the minds of humans, and we humans then created the image of the beast. And this image of the beast is not only an idol, but an image that is alive, in the technical sense, and talks. The image of the beast is not alive like you and I are alive, because Satan cannot create actual life, as God can create life. However, Satan can cause the image of the beast to appear, as if it is alive, to be animated, and it also is able to talk. It can speak. This is what we have today, displayed on TVs, movies, computers, and cell phones. When you watch any video, you are seeing images of people. The images appear alive, and of course they speak. However, how they appear and what they speak is really, for the most part, the words of Satan. And no, not everything on TV, movies, computers, and cell phones is Satan's message. However, most of it is Satan's message of encouraging a lifestyle that is contrary to godliness. You can try to discern between what you watch and listen to, so that you don't take in the evil. But the deception is so great that no one is able to keep from ingesting Satan's lies. In referring to Ezekiel 28 verse 3, we see that God said Satan was wiser than Daniel. If he's wiser than Daniel, it's a pretty foregone conclusion that Satan is wiser than we are. Please don't think that you can outthink Satan. If you're watching any secular programming, and even a great deal of religious programming, you are in danger of being deceived. Caution should be your first defense. But the ultimate defense is the truth of God. What you must know is that the image of the beast is alive and well, and is spreading the lies of Satan all over the world. It is Satan's culture. It is extremely deceptive. Let's go to part number 5.